Hi, welcome to part 2. We're going to talk about the snare in this tutorial. One thing to keep in mind is in EDM, your kick is the kick's the main part of the drums. I got the kick we made in the previous tutorial loaded up into a rack and just doing a basic. I got it looped for a so it's kind of got that 4 on the floor drum pattern. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the snare upon this. And one thing to note is that there's a lot of click. So there's a lot of high frequencies in this, which is gonna definitely affect how we're gonna mold the snare. First, let's pick some snare samples. I've gone through and looked at these, and I've made my conclusion on which ones we're going to use. We're going to use this C78 because I like that. It's just kind of like, it's just, you can make it with white noise, but it's already there, so why waste my time? 909. It's got a lot of body, which I like. And then we're going to take and go to the clap folder. We're going to use the 707. But we're actually going to move these to line up with the second snare. Probably turn this. Let's take a listen. The snare, the 909 has the body and it has a little bit of a tail that I like. The clap, well, it's just a clap, and that's why I like it. And then this has got kind of a white noise blast to it almost, but there is some coloration, probably some EQ and compression that was put on it, but we can undo that sort of. You can see there's a spike right there. That's what really gives it the snare sound. But we're gonna get rid of that, and we're probably let's try adding a little bit of reverb. The clap. Almost want to make it more clappy. I'm boosting right below 2K, 1.4, and I'm gonna boost right around 10 or 11, more towards 11. I'm clipping right now, but the bus is not clipping, so you don't have to worry about it. We're only using live devices, and they can compensate for up to 64 decibels, I believe. So you can pound this 64 decibels into the red, and then as long as you turn it down on something else, there will be no distortion. We're going to use some fades, tighten the snare up. Probably use a similar reverb. Okay, and this is really loud still. So let's start taking these volumes down. Sounding good. So we're going to want to disable this when we're transferring this to this, because this is on resample, which means it's going to listen to everything and record it. So we got to either solo out or solo out what we want recorded, or disable what we don't want recorded. Okay, now that we got this enabled, enable the recording on this, and just hit record. And that is your new snare. And then we're going to click, drag it on into this. And we're going to rename these kick, snare. So we can delete all this. Oops. Sounding pretty good. Alright, and then third part and last part, we're going to learn how to make hi-hats.